S.230 dated 4/21/2016, 1:30 p.m. That draft has been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Bob?
I'm not holding anything up here, but I agree with what the chair said this morning, that we had two main issues to look at in this. And one was the town plans, regional plans, and the other had to do with wind turbine noise. I just want to be sure that when we walk out of here tonight, we can say to the 140 or so towns that signed on to the Rutland Town petition that, look, we heard you, we have done the best we could to change things to help you out. And for the people that are concerned about the noise from wind turbines, again, we have tried to do something, and it's not totally what you want, but it's a hell of a lot better than what you have right now. And I just want us to all feel, we won't feel good because there are going to be some issues here that each of us are going to have a little problem with, but combined, I just want us to feel good that we've done the best we could.
I feel good.
Second.
Any other? Okay, I want to thank you for the hard work. This is a really good committee, and only that you are a really good committee could we do this in the conditions that were handed to us. Although I appreciate and respect Representative Forgut's comments, I think we've gone a really long way. I think we've gone as far as anybody could possibly go. I think people really have to understand that there's a real reason for a Section 248 process for energy projects and a 250 process for other development. You know, without Section 248, Vermont Yankee would have never been built. That's one I don't like, but a lot of people liked it, and without Section 248, it never would have been built if you had just gone through the normal land use planning procedures. We probably wouldn't have telephones. We definitely wouldn't have cell phones. We probably wouldn't have internet connection. And we sure as hell wouldn't have electricity flowing to every inch of the state. So, like democracy, it ain't perfect. It ain't always pretty. But it's worked, and it's not something, Section 248 and town involvement or lack of town involvement is not something that's just happened in the last 5 years. It's operated this way for the 45 plus years it's been in operation, and I think that the substantial deference that towns now have, will be able to have, is really huge. And I think that the creating rulemaking to set standards for future wind projects, if there are any, really go a long way for a really, really public and in open and involved process to find those levels and those standards that give the most people the most security and relief, knowing that nothing is perfect. So with that, if there is,
I think that this is the most important piece of work we will have done all year, and I think that it's important that it moves past us and I hope that we will have 10 votes in favor of it. But
Well-
so that it's got some strength when it leaves here and not stumble somewhere.
Well, you know, if I have any power, I'm gonna use every ounce of it to make sure that this, bill gets through, all sectors to passage as intact as it is right now, and knowing that the two cornerstones that I think Bob has highlighted, that there is no discussion on that. That's the highway or no way. And I think, I'd actually like to thank everybody in the room who has been here, through thick and thin. We don't always agree, but I thank you for the respect that you have shown, the committee. It's really been very, very helpful. And I couldn't be prouder of this committee, because if this bill on solar siting and on wind turbine, I call it sound, sorry about that, comes out of here with all of us on it, we've done something. We've really, really done something. And I know that when I walk off into the sunset, and I hope it's in 2 weeks, I hope it's not 3
Under the solar panels.
weeks, under the solar panels. I will really feel that personally, that my work on this committee has been done. And that's very satisfying, so I thank you for that. So if there are no further comments, the clerk shall commence to call the roll.
Ryerson,
Yes.
Chestnut Tangeman,
Yes.
Forsythe,
Yes.
Wilson is not here, Hubert,
Yes.
Antashka,
Yes.
Gamache,
Yes.
and Mike.
Ben,
Yes.
One more Mike, so. Rom,
Yes.
Sullivan, yes, Klein.
absolutely. Thank you. Thank you.
This is scary. It's the first energy bill I ever voted with Tony.